Hello and welcome to another episode of Just Jordan Things, where today I'm going to show you the behind the scenes of how I make an ad for a brand. Daisy, what can I help you with?
Hello, Daisy.
Okay, you go play. The brand we're creating an ad for today is Taos, and they make shoes. If you've ever wondered what goes on behind the scenes of those ads that you see, this video is for you, and I'm going to show you my step-by-step process on how I make videos for ads, or brands in general. There's a multitude of different content that brands want from creators, from UGC materials, which is what I'll be creating today, which is user-generated content for their website, product photos, videos to post on the brand's channel, videos to post on the creator's channel as an influencer, as we most commonly know. And I'm sure there's some other ones that I'm also forgetting about. But today we're doing UGC. I'm not going to go into the details of how I negotiated this contract with the brand, but if you want those details, I can talk about them in another video. But we're going to talk about once I have the contract in hand and the agreement is set on how much money I'm making and what the timeline is, they send me a creative brief for what they're looking for. Sometimes when you're working with smaller brands, they don't have the marketing personnel or know how to work with creators and put together a creative brief. But when you have a bigger brand that's more established, they generally have some guidelines on what they'd like to see. I have found that brands do really value creators' creative input as well though. So that is stated in this brief that they would like the creative's perspective on how to put together this language. So they didn't give me a script, I'm writing my own script, and they didn't give any particular hooks. They just gave features that they would like to highlight of the product. I unfortunately cannot give you the details of how my brain works to come up with these concepts because they just come to me. I have over 10 years of experience in marketing and understand specifically in growing organic, social, and other channels. So if you want more content about how to brainstorm, how to flex your creative muscle, because it is a muscle and a skill, we can go into all of those things. I also just realized green is probably not the best color to be filming on because of green screen capabilities. So we're gonna go change this really fast. I'll be right back. All right, this is better. Okay, first things first, we have to set our scene, which today I think we're gonna be filming in our living room, so I need to clean it up a little bit. It's wild to me that I literally cleaned yesterday. This entire place was clean yesterday. And then I opened up all the boxes of things that I need to film, and now it's messy again. So step one, pick where you're gonna film. Make sure there's good natural lighting, and if you don't have natural lighting, artificially light the space to make sure that your camera is going to pick up your beautiful face. Some of the other things I'm going to be talking about, which you probably will see in videos later, are this new recipe journal that I'm very excited about, and this wax kit. I've never waxed before, but we're gonna try it. I do have my 4K camera that I use for vertical videos on YouTube, like what you're watching right now. But for all of my UGC, I usually use my iPhone. There's different ratios for videos that you can produce, and the UGC and content that people usually want is vertical, which means filming on my iPhone is generally the best option. You can change some settings on there to make sure you're getting the highest quality photo, and make sure you're recording in your camera app and not in TikTok or Instagram or YouTube directly, because for some reason they changed the quality of your camera. I don't understand why. Now, the setup with your iPhone is also important because you have to make sure you wipe your camera lenses off before you start filming. Very important. If I'm filming a product with a label that you need to read, then I'll do it back-facing camera. And then if I'm filming any other product, I'll just do front-facing camera so I can see myself and make sure I'm in frame. It makes it a little bit easier. I don't use a microphone if I'm filming inside or if I'm filming content to do a voiceover on afterwards, but I will try to use a Bluetooth mic if I am filming outside and it is in a crowded area that I don't have control over all the noises, just so my microphone can pick up my voice. Here are the shoes that we're promoting today, and the things the brand said that they wanted to talk about is the arch support, and oh gosh, I need to look at the brief again. But I'm just going to prep the box so that when I take them out, it looks like you can actually see them. So my concept for today is I'm going to do a brief talking head video, and then we're going to do voiceover for the rest of it, showcasing where we're using these shoes and what the benefits are. So it's about your feet not getting tired or fatigued because they have arch support. We're gonna walk around and go do a bunch of errands so that we can test if they make my feet tired or not. So look, now that we have the shoes prepped, when I open them up, you can see exactly what's in the box. Daisy, you really want to be in this video, don't you? Okay, well, we're going to incorporate Daisy into the video somehow now. Now, to come up with a good hook. Oh, I I did all that and you're leaving me? How to come up with a hook for a video. A hook is something that gets your attention and gets your point across and captures your target audience. I am not a fan of clickbaity titles or hooks or things that are just like, bam, attention, I need yours. I am a intention over attention marketer. So my hooks are attention grabby, but only for the specific people that need to see them or would be interested in them. Not a, did you hear that Britney Spears died today? And then go on to talk about how like her soul or something. Like it's just like a very loosely tied relation to what your hook actually said. So the other thing I like to do is I like to film one continuous video and then make cuts. So I will have like a 10-20 minute long video of all the different takes that I've done so that I can go back and cut and like review all of them. So I just kind of take the best ones and I can stitch them together. That way I don't have to worry about getting the take right every single time and I like stop myself in mid-sentence if I've got a good flow going. Actually, first, I'm seeing myself in the camera, and although I just did my skincare routine, I feel like I'm gonna go put some eyeliner on. I'll be right back. All right, we did our makeup. We put some other Taos shoes on. These are my other pair. This is now the third pair I have. And with that being said, I feel like we can talk about my personal experience with sciatica and how these shoes help with that, like standing fatigue and being able to like wear these shoes for a longer period of time. I don't know. We're just gonna riff. The other thing is when you're in a brainstorm, when you're in the creative process, there are no bad ideas. You just gotta go with it. You gotta just, whatever it comes, don't let it get stuck in your brain because you won't be able to pass it. So you just gotta say it, get it out there, and then move on to the next thing if you don't like it. But don't hold in your mind that there is a bad like idea that came out of this. So, do you want to do more of what you love? Do you get tired after you stand a long time? Are your shoes making you tired? Did you know your shoes could be making you tired? If you don't have the proper arch support in your shoe, it could make it so that you can't walk as long in them. That's why I like these shoes. Because when I'm running errands all day, I need to be able to go. And when there's a long list of things to do, I can't be stopped because my feet hurt. This is my second pair. This isn't my first pair. And trust me, this isn't my first pair. I know what these shoes can do. Oh, and they have an odor shield in them, so they won't get stinky sitting by your front door. Oh, and they have an odor shield in them, so they're not going to get stinky sitting in your house. Look, I'm not 19 anymore, walking around in 20-inch heels all day. I know we all miss the glory days of being able to walk around in stiletto heels all day, but we're over 21 now. It's time for some support. When my dog wants to go on a longer walk, I don't want to have to say no. That's why I need arch support. I need a shoe that does better by a brand that does good. No, that's not right. I need a shoe that'll last longer by a brand that does good. Arch support is important. And having a shoe that doesn't stink is also important. These shoes have both, with an anti-stink shield and better arch support. So you can do more of what you love. Daisy, don't lick your butt in the shop. I can't use that now. Not only do these shoes help me walk longer, which is important, but they have an anti-stink shield. Better arch support in my shoes helps me go on longer walks and do more of what I love, which is spend time. I want a shoe that's going to let me do more of what I love, which means having a shoe with arch support. You wanted to be in this. Daisy. So much for a good shot. Okay, sit down, please. Ma'am. I want a shoe that lets me do more of what I love and more of what she loves, which is longer walks. I don't want to have to quit early because my feet hurt. And shoes with arch support help me do that. They also have an odor shield on them, which she might not like that much, but I do. Stop licking your butt every 5 seconds. Do we need to take you to the vet or the groomer? What's going on? Why are you licking your butt? What's happening? Why are you itchy? Do you want to do more of what you love with the people and things you love? Well, that requires arch support. I don't want to have to cut a walk early because my feet hurt. And these are the perfect shoes to do them. And these are my go-to shoes for when she wants to go on a long walk. They also have a stink shield, so they're not going to smell up your house when you come home. Which she's not that much of a fan of, but I really appreciate it. As someone with chronic pain, it's really important to me to find things that, as someone with chronic pain, it's really important to be able to find tools that'll help me live a full life. That's not what I want to say. As someone with chronic pain, these shoes absolutely help me go on longer locks. As someone with chronic pain, these shoes absolutely help me stay standing longer and be able to go out and do more because I don't have to slow down. Being able to do more of what I love with chronic pain is really important. And having good arch support makes it so I can do that. The way your shoe is constructed is so important with being able to stand longer without getting fatigued. And they also have a stink shield, in case you were worried. All right, I feel like I'm gonna try to come up with a video off of all of that, and I will post the final edit here. Did you know your shoes could be making you tired? If you don't have the proper arch support in your shoe, it could make it so that you can't walk as long in them. That's why I like these shoes. And when there's a long list of things to do, I can't be stopped because my feet hurt. Oh, and they have an odor shield in them, so they're not gonna get stinky sitting in your house. I know we all miss the glory days of being able to walk around in stiletto heels all day, but we're over 21 now. It's time for some support. When my dog wants to go on a longer walk, I don't want to have to say no. That's why I need my towels. They've got arch support. I need a shoe that'll last longer by a brand that does good. I'm not the only one who likes these shoes. She likes them too because it means we can go on longer walks. Arch support is important, and having a shoe that doesn't stink is also important. Because there's only room for one stinker in this household, towels have an antimicrobial shield, so you can do more of what you love. Or more of what your dog loves. Now she can sniff all day. I hope you found this interesting in seeing the behind the scenes of what it's like to be a creator and make videos for brands. And if you'd like to see more, I can definitely do that. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in the comments.